Hi lovely people, welcome back to my tutorial for today. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I also thank you for all your support. And please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly touch on the red icon to subscribe, and also touch the notification bell. Select all to be the first to be notified whenever we upload a new video. So today we shall be looking at how to cut a very free short gown with front facing. So for the course of this tutorial, I'll be using these two Ankara fabric. We'll be using this one for the main dress and this for the facing. Okay, first we fold our fabric into four. I folded into two, then I now fold again, making it four. I leave 2.5 inches here for our zip allowance. So our measurement starts from this point. So here we take our shoulder measurement, and the measurement we are working with is 15 inches. Divide by 2 to give us 7.5. And remember, our measurement starts from this point. So you take our 7.5 inches here. Then we mark our 3 inches for standard shoulder slope. Mark our 3 inches here. And the armhole we are working with is 18 inches. Divide by 2 to give us 9. So here we first of all mark our 1 inch for our shoulder slope. Then we mark our 9 inches here. So all together here we have 10 inches. So I'll just connect the line. So at this point we'll be taking our bust measurement at this particular line. So for our waist measurement it's 17. So from shoulder we measure our waist measurement, which is 17. So the waist we are working with is 38 inches. Divide by 4 to give us 9.5. So because it's a free gown, we'll be adding 2 inches for our ease. We're adding 2 inches for our ease and another 2 inches for our seam allowance. And for our bust measurement, the bust we are working with is 41 inches. Divide by 4 to give us 10.25. For the bust, we'll be adding 1.5 inch for our ease, that is 1.5. Then 2 inches for our seam allowance. Then for our hip line, from our waistline to our hip line is 9 inches. So we mark our 9 inches. So here our hip measurement is 47. Divide by 4 to give us 11.75. Mark our 11.75. Then we add 2 inches for our ease. Then another 2 inches for our seam allowance. So all together here we have 15.25 4.75 inches for our hip line. So coming down to the hemline, the length of our dress is 40 inches, which is here. Then I added 2 inches for our folding. So here, here we have 15.75. So here we'll mark our 15.75, but here I marked 16. I just added that 2.5, so making it 16 inches. So at this point now, I will join the lines together. So I'll just connect the shoulder slopes together. So here, okay, for the armhole curving, we'll come in this way by 1.5 inches. Just place your tape this way, 1.5 inches. Then you check half of the armhole, which is 9, divide by 2 to give us 4.5. So from there, just make a slight curve this way to meet our bust measurement. Just this way to meet our bust measurement. So this is for the back. So for the front, you come out by 1 inch here. Then you connect the line. You join the line this way. So from here again, from this second line, you come in by 1.5 inches. So this is the half. So from the half, so this one now is for the front, while this is for the back. So coming to our neckline, the volume of the neck we are going to use is 4 inches. Mark out the volume of our neck. And for the neck depth, we are using 4 inches. For the front neck, depth, we use 4 inches, and for the back, we are using 1.5 inches. 1.5 for the back, while 4 inches for the front. So this is what we have. So now I'll just go ahead and cut it out. But first of all, I'll cut out the back armhole and the back neck. Then separate the fabric before cutting the front. So here, this is what I mean. I will just first of all cut out the back part. So this for the back. I'll just remove the back part. So now I will use this front neck to cut out my facing. Okay, now for the facing, you first of all fold the what you want to use, the wrapper that you want or the fabric that you want to use for your facing. You first of all fold it into two. Then that folded part, you drop it this way, then take your fabric, place it there. Let the folded part be on top the folded part of your facing. Then here you determine the length where you want your facing to reach. And you just sketch out the neck. Just sketch out the neck part. Then here too. It's never a must that your facing will be at the same equal size with your main dress. So you can decide to stop it here. You can decide to stop it here, or you can also decide to use the same length. So as for this, I'm stopping it here. So here, I will determine what I want and how I want my facing, where I want it to stop. I'll just mark somewhere here. So at this point now, I will remove this one. So what I have here is this. What I have here now is this. So here, I'll make the design of my choice. So here I'll just make a little design. Something like this. So now I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So now I'm having something this way. So this is what I have. So after joining, I will have something like this. I'll have something this way. So now I'll just go ahead and cut the lining. I'll use it and line this, then turn it up, place it here. So when I'm lining up, I'm sewing it this way. I won't sew up this place. From here, I will turn it up. Then I will now stitch up here. Then place it here. I'll place it on the front fabric. I will face it at the front part of this dress. Then I'll sew like this. Just at the edges so that the thread won't be showing. So I'll just sew it at the edges, then close up here before I now line this one, so that I'll use the lining to turn up the neck. So I'll just go ahead now and cut my lining for this and for the front and back of the gown. So coming to this dress also, I want you to have a slit at the front part. So here you just determine how open you want your slit to be. So here, whatever slit you want to do, just bear in mind that you have already removed 4 inches from the neck here. So whatever thing you are doing, you consider that 4 inches that you removed here. If you remove 5, you consider that 5 inches. So because I removed 4 inches, I wouldn't want the neck to be that open. So I will use 3.5 to make it 7.5. So I'll mark my 3.5 inches. I'll just tear it up from the center. So as you can see, I've opened it up here. So I won't open this one now. After lining it up, I will now measure it and open it up so that I will stitch it together with this lining. So I'll just quickly go ahead and cut the linings for it, then probably go to my machine, turn it off first, then I'll come back to show you people. I've carefully lined it up and I turned it out from the armhole side. Then after turning, I now stitch it up. I've done that for the 2 backs. So here is our facing. So I'll just, after sewing it to the lining, I'll just carefully sketch out the excesses. Okay, I've sketched it out, and here I won't be cutting out the neck part till I turn it up. So I'll just make sure that all the patterns are out. So this is it. So I'll just fold it into 2. This way. So remember that for our dress we open it up by 3.5 inches. So here I'll measure same 3.5. Measure my 3.5 here. Then I'll open it up. So I'll then go to my machine now and sew it up from here round. Then I'll go down here, then come inside again, then out. So after that, I'll place it on the fabric, then sew it up like I've shown you before. Okay, I've attached the facing to the dress, and I've also lined it up. I sewed like this from here down to this point, then I go up again to this point. So now I'll just turn it outside out. Okay, I've finished turning it inside out. So this is what we have. For this kind of free dress, it's never a must that you will put a zip at the back of it. It's just a matter of choice. So mine, I like putting zip at the back of my dress. So next thing to do now is to go to my machine and close up the armhole part. Okay, now just place my two back, then fold the front into two, place it at the back. I just want to determine where my zip will be sitting. So I'm doing this now. I'll just use my chalk to trace this line out. So after that, I will just remove this one, then measure the length of my zip from here. I'll just measure 20 inches where I will be inserting the zip. I'll mark the 20 inches, then I'll go to my machine. I'll go to my machine now and close up from this part down to the hemline. I'll close it up, then insert my zip to this upper part. Then after that, I will join the both shoulders, the back to the front. I'll join the back and the front shoulders together. Okay, now I've joined the shoulders together. So now we take our body measurement. We are dividing the bodies now into two, not by 4 again. So the bust we are working with is 21 inches. Divide by 2 to give us 41. But remember, when we are cutting the dress, we added 1.5 for ease. So that's 1.5 now plus the 20.5 will give us 22 inches. So from here, from this edge, we measure 22 inches. 22 inches, which is here. So what we now do now is to count the remaining one, and what we have is 1, 2, 3, 4.5. We have 4.5. So that 4.5 now we should divide it by the both side. We share it here and here. and 4.5 divided by 2 will give us 2.25. So at this point here, we measure 2.25 and mark it this way. So from our shoulder, from the shoulder to our waistline is 17 inches. So mark our 17 inches. So at that point, we take our waist measurement, and our waist measurement is 38. 38 divided by 2 will give us 19. Will give us 19 inches, and 19 plus 2 inches will left here for ease will give us 21. So 21. So now check from this edge to take our 21 inches, which is somewhere here. So we count the remaining ones, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 divided by 2 will give us 2.5. So we take our 2.5 here. Take our 2.5 here. So from our waistline to our hip line is 9 inches. So here we take our hip measurement, and the hip we are working with is 47. Divide by 2 to give us 23.5 plus 2 inches for ease, making it 25.5. So here we take our 25.5. Then we count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. So here we take 2.5 inches. So after that, now we would connect our line from here to here to here down to the hem line. So after that, we'll be having something like this. So for our pocket, from our armhole measurement or the bust measurement, we measure out 9 inches. Then from that 9 inches, you measure out another 7 inches. So this point, from this point now to this point, is where our pocket will be sitting. So we do the same thing at this side. So I'll just quickly go to my machine now, use the body measurement to join it both sides. Then I'll attach my sleeve and also attach the pocket. Then that will be all for our tutorial. So I'll just quickly go ahead and finish it up. Okay. Thank you for watching till the end. Till we meet in my next class. I sincerely appreciate you guys for all your effort and your support. Till we meet in my next class. Love you all. Bye.